Hello and welcome to another Pauper video. Today we're going to be playing Cycle Storm. The thing is, I have not been having a lot of fun in Pauper, getting my lands completely demolished constantly. So I'm going to try to avoid that by playing a deck that doesn't really care that much about playing its lands. So this would be a Storm deck. And I watched some videos by Belena, who explained how to beat Relic, how to play the deck a little bit better, and that made me pretty incentivized to play it. Then I saw a 5-0 deck on Magic Online that was playing 4 Great Furnace and 4 Vault of Whispers combined with Deadly Dispute, so that was interesting. I found in some testing that Deadly Dispute on my lands gave me enough blue mana to play our Mystical Teachings and Repository Scob. So then I talked with Brian Cook about it, and we both tested it out. He actually got a trophy, which you can see on his Twitter, with a slightly different build, but he's pretty happy with the way that the mana is here. So we have 4 Lotus Petal and 4 Deadly Dispute, so that gives us basically 8 ways of making blue to cast Mystical Teachings and Repository Scob. Other than that, we also got our Blood Celebrant for filtering late in the game. We can Deadly Dispute the Great Furnace and the Vault of Whispers, and I actually am adding 2 basic lands and 1 Sulphurous Mire with 3 Troll of Khazad-dûm. And what this does is it's a land cycling creature. You can get your dual land or your basics. That way we have lands in case of Gorilla Shaman. And your Troll can grab your red land, so you can get your sideboard cards early in the game and be able to cast them instead of having to naturally draw your red source. It also gives us 5 red sources and 5 black sources, which has been pretty good. So the way this deck works is you cycle a bunch of cards, which with all these cycling creatures, these cost 1. You've got Street Wraith, Horror of the Broken Lands, etc. We've got 22 cycling creatures. And then you build up a storm count, cast Songs of the Damned, which adds a black for every creature card in your graveyard, make a ton of mana. Then you Reaping the Graves, get all your cards back out of your graveyard, and you cycle them again until you eventually draw most of your deck, or you have so much mana that you can cast your Draenei Stinger. It says whenever you cycle another card, it deals 1 damage to each opponent. And then you just cycle through your deck, and then paying your opponent out, paying him to death, which is awesome. This deck also has built into it an infinite combo, which is 2 Repository Scobs. When you have a bunch of creatures in your graveyard, you play the Repository Scob, you get Songs. Play the second Scob, you get Reaping. You cast Songs, you cast Reaping. Get back just your 2 Scobs. That makes infinite black mana. And then with Blood Celebrant in play, it makes infinite mana. If you play out your Draenei Healer, you can also make infinite life and infinite mana and have infinite damage because of the Trolls. Because the Trolls swamp cycle, they can fail to find, as opposed to with the regular cycling creatures, you would eventually deck yourself. So you can go Scob for Songs, Scob for Reaping, and then Reaping back the Songs and all your Trolls. Cycle your 3 Trolls with all 4 Stingers in play. That's 12 damage. And then if you have a healer in play, it's 3 life or whatever. And then you just keep looping that to deal infinite damage, which is awesome. So you can beat Weather the Storm, you can beat infinite life, as long as they don't have instant speed, infinite life, and that's how you win. Now in the sideboard here, we've got a very unsure sideboard. All I know is I want 4 Ingot Chewers, which is evoke, destroy target artifact, and 4 Pyroblast for blue decks. Not really sure how to deal with red, so I've got 3 Weather the Storms. Not sure if that's going to work. Got Flaring Pains and Fairy Macabres. It's possible that actually what I'm going to do is I'm going to swap a Ploy in here over one of the Weathers, because Ploy is really good against mid-range decks that are kind of slowly pinging you out, and we can Teachings for it. The thing is, we're not really sure like how to sideboard. Maybe a second Fairy Macabre is fine, or third. All right, because that can help beat Tron and stuff. All right, so that's the deck. It's kind of fun. We get to take all the actions. We'll see in the matches. If you're interested in checking out the Patreon, if I find this to be enjoyable, I'll write up a sideboard guide. There's sideboard guides for Poison Storm, Familiars, and Altertron. And Make sure to like and subscribe, and we'll see you in the matches. We're in match number 1 on the draw versus Ravidal 85. We have land and a bunch of cyclers. I'm going to keep. The thing is, we don't have our reapings or our songs, but we have 3 draws here. 4 draws. Versus burn. Okay. Our auto yields don't work when we have Street Wraith in hand. Land. Oh, I should have played the Vault of Whispers. That was a mistake. That's the turn. Because we want as many artifact lands in play as possible for our Deadly Disputes. So we're probably going to try to have to win by like turn 4 here. That's the turn. We could blow a Dark Ritual to get 3 cycles. So if I cycle the Horror and I find another cycler, maybe it's worth it doing that. They don't have any prowess creatures in play. We could actually just play out the healer as well. Cycle this. And we found the Songs of the Damned. Let's yield. And our turn. So we have a lot of mana. I'm going to cycle the... What do I do here? I'm going to cycle the healer. The Troll. Then I can swamp cycle the Troll for the dual land, play that, since we're not really doing anything else this turn. Then I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, or 5 in the graveyard, which means that it's basically go time. If we find a reaping, we're just going to try to go for it. So they could have 6 damage here. Horror. Cycle the Horror. 6 in the graveyard. We find a Deadly Dispute. So let's try and Dark Ritual. Actually, we can Deadly Dispute the Lotus Petal. The Petal. Dispute the Petal. Now we have more than enough for Threshold. So now this Troll gives us our Dark Ritual. Cycle the Troll. That gives an untapped land. Cycle. Street Wraith to the graveyard. Street Wraith. We're at 11. Deadly Dispute. We can play a Great Furnace. Tap. We can dispute the Furnace. Don't really need 4 lands to play. Another Troll. Well, we could put a Troll onto the battlefield. I think I'm going to pass. There's no sense in cycling the Troll at the moment. Yeah, we're just dead. Bam, 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 bam. We didn't find a Reaping in the top third of the deck. So we're at 3, and then they go implement, implement, kill you. Okay. Let's see. Can we draw any more cards? All right, they just have the burn. All right, so we want the Weather the Storms, I guess, and the Ingot Chewers. So I've been told we can take out the Street Wraiths. Problem is that the Street Wraiths are like really good for a combo. I can definitely take out 1 Scob. We don't need that. I guess I can take out a Blood Celebrant per being able to make the mana from the Petal and the Deadly Dispute. Just have to be kind of careful about it. And then it would be 4 Street Wraiths. Maybe 2 Cabal Ritual, 2 Street Wraiths. I'm really afraid to take out the Blood Celebrant because I don't feel confident I'm going to have the mana for it. I guess I want the Ploy. I'm going to take out the Cabal Rituals. But just take out the Street Wraiths. Bring the Blood Celebrant back in. So how many cyclers do I have now? 18, right? 15. Oh no. 18 cyclers. We got a bunch of ways to gain life. We have the Ingot Chewers. So we have 8 ways to make colored sources, and we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 things we want to use the colors for. I'm going to bring the Street Wraith back in. We could also consider cutting 1 Troll. Okay, I'm gonna cut one troll. Submit. We would like to play first. And we have no lands, so I'm gonna mulligan. Mulligan again. Now we have a land. Okay, okay. Keep. Fortunately, to put back a reaping, I think. So we kind of want to keep our combo pieces. And then maybe the Deadly Dispute is the worst part thing here. Lay a land and pass. Because we kind of need the Ingot Chewer for the relic. Turn 1 implement, not relic. Cycle our card. Avantasaur. Let's cycle. Doink. Healer. Okay. 2 in the graveyard. They play a Flame Breather. That's not a relic. Cycle. Land. So I could evoke the Ingot Chewer to take off their land. I think I'm going to do that. Kill your land. They play a Synth. Find a Ren's Resolve that they can't cast. Perfect. Plays an Implement. We're at 18. It's going to be 17. Donk. Street Wraith. Okay, cycle. Find a Weather the Storm. Gonna Deadly Dispute. Great Furnace. Trying to draw into more lands and stuff. Okay, I'll play out the Petal. And pass the turn. Maybe playing out the Petal was a bad idea, but this gives us the option to play Weather the Storm randomly. Gal Blast. That's 5 damage. Gal Blast. Okay, so we go to 4 now. Alright. We're at 4. Draw. Petal. Okay, that's pretty good. So start by cycling. Find a ploy. Okay, I think we can gain a lot of life this turn. I'll cast this. Cast Songs. Storm is 2. Songs of the Damned. So do I want to ploy? So now I have to figure out what to do here. So first I'm gonna Reaping. This is only at 3. So we gotta go for you gain life equal to the number of cards you've discarded. Guess we could cast the ploy first. I have 6 mana. So confusing. Reaping the Graves. I just feel like I don't have enough mana here. I do want to have Reaping for more mana, but if I cast the ploy, then I can't do anything else. Alright, whatever. Stinger. Get the one that's free, and another creature. Draw. Deadly Dispute. Okay. So we can start by Deadly Disputing the Petal, and then we can cast Weather the Storm. Dispute the Petal. Okay. That's fine, I guess. Draw some cards. Okay. Weather the Storm. Gain 15. It's the turn. We've lost 1 land so far. They play a Synth. There's a Relic. Unfortunate. So now we need another Ingot Chewer off the top. I should have maybe returned the Ingot Chewer, huh? Okay, Weather. Get in. Find a Great Furnace. So land. I'm gonna pass the turn. See if they'll tap out, and then I'm gonna Relic back or Reaping back my Ingot Chewer and stuff. Go for a Bolt. Okay. Get in. Take some damage. No response. Okay. Reaping the Ingot Chewer. Crack the Relic. Okay. We all know that this is like the worst possible matchup. cycle, cycle, that's the turn. We have 2 in the graveyard. We need some rituals, basically. They have 3 cards in hand and a Flame Breather, so we're likely dead. Alright. Okay, they're cracking an Implement. They just need 2 bolts to win. 1 and 2. Okay, 2 free. Round 2 versus Daddy Karn. Likes to play control decks and Affinity. I think this is a good hand. We have Songs, Dispute, Dark Ritual, 2 Cyclers. Tell me if it wasn't a good hand. Vault, pass. So we play the Vault here because this horror only cycles for black. And they're on Ponza. Okay. Well, nobody's going to have fun then. Lay a land. Pass the turn. We can Deadly Dispute the land that they're targeting. They go for a Visionary, so that means they're probably going to try to play the Avenging Hunter next turn. Songs. Pass the turn. We have 3 in the graveyard, so we're fully set up. Let's pass again. We could go for it this turn. I think we got to wait as long as possible. Wild Growth. So they could maybe go for Acid Moss. Right now this is 5 mana on their side. Untaps the forest, taps the forest again. 4 mana, 5 mana, Avenging Hunter. Okay, cycle. Pass the turn. Now we have to go for it, I think. 5, 6, 7, 8. They're leaving up a Scred. 8 plus 2. And then potentially, so that's 9, 10. And then if they have a Pirate, how much damage is that? So if they have a Pirate as well, it would be 16 damage. But then we couldn't really use our Street Wraiths. Let's Dark Ritual, Lotus Petal. Okay, they cycle the Generous End. Thank you. Appreciate it. That means that they don't have a Scred up. Petal, Deadly Dispute, the Great Furnace. Let's cycle this. Okay, land. Ball Ritual for a bunch of mana. Deadly Dispute our other land. Cycle the Street Wraith. Now we're doing it. Okay. 5. There's 6 cards in the graveyard. So we have enough Storm to go off here. We could Deadly Dispute the Petal first. And then we'll have 1 left over. Try to get another Cycler into the graveyard. We're going to have to Deadly Dispute the Petal if we're going to do anything with it. Yoink. Okay, free Cycler. Hello. Petal. Cycle this. Yoink. Okay. Songs of the Damned. So now we Reaping. Get back Mantisaur. And then get back our 2 Street Wraiths first. Or Street Wraith, Street Wraith, Street Wraith, and then everything else. I guess we probably want the Healer in the pile later. Healer. So we're going to have to play out the Healer, I think. Just because we're losing so much life to these Street Wraiths. Another Reaping. So it's easy peasy, I think. Cycle. Another Reaping. 2 free. Cycle. This is how it is. I'm happy to make our Ponza opponent watch me take the actions. Draw. Cycle more. We're just cycling all our Mantisaurs. There's another Healer. So then we have the mana from the Blood Celebrant too. And we're at 11. Cycle. So this one is going to return. I think I'm going to cycle this Carabid. That's returning nothing. Cycle again. Okay. Songs. Draw the Mantisaur. Cycle that. We're out of things to, and they scoop it up. They didn't want to watch me go for it. But I think we had it. I might have messed up a little bit. Let's draw some more cards. We were going to need to use the Deadly Dispute, eventually getting that scob for that songs and stuff. Okay. Win the game. I love it. Now they could have Weather the Storm and Relic. Might want to check some Ponza lists. I'm not seeing relics, and the only thing that they have is Weather the Storm. So we're just going to try to race them and use our Repository Scob combo to beat a Weather the Storm. So maybe we'll see that come up. Alrighty. No sideboard. Deck was already perfect, as they say. Alright, we have stuff to do. Keep Songs Reaping, 2 cyclers. Now, do I want to... I guess if something's going to get burned, it's going to have to be the Great Furnace. There's a Wild Growth, so they're going to have the Avenging Hunter next turn. This is 4 mana for an Arbor Elf and a Thermokarst. Cycle. Find a Troll and another Troll. Pass the turn. So we can, both these trolls will get our other 2 lands. They untap. Avenging Hunter. Cycle the Troll. We want our untapped land here. Well, I guess we could play the tapped land and try to go for it the next turn. I think we probably just want the untapped land, though. We only have 1 cycler in the graveyard other than the landcyclers. They're going to swing for a lot next turn. I think we can try to go for a turn 4, though. We draw the mine anyway. Darn. Well, I guess I cycle this first. Vantasaur. Let's pass the turn. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright. What are you going to do? I guess I shouldn't yield. They're going to scry looking for another way to blow up my lands. But we only need 1 right now. Got the Dark Ritual Songs. Plays a land. They went bottom on the scry, looking for like a pirate or something. And they're going to blow up my land. Nope, they're going to play another Avenging Hunter. What? Generous Ent. Okay, they make an Ent. So this means they're attacking for 6 and then 11. Cycle. Stinger. Okay. That's the turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we can make some mana. Dark Ritual. Cycle. Cycle again. Deadly Dispute not doing very much here. This is 10, 11, 12. We can cycle the Troll. Cycle that. Get nothing. Then I get to go Songs of the Damned. Get back 3 creatures. Vantasaur and a healer. Okay. Cycle. Looking for another Songs. Cycle again. Blood Celebrant doesn't do very much. Cycle. It can block the End though. We found another Songs. It's 8 in the graveyard. Okay. Songs. Draw the Stinger. We can play Blood Celebrant and then dispute it. Double Street Wraith. Cycle. Cycle. Found a Great Furnace. Land. Cycle again. Now I think we should have it if they don't have... Let's see if they have Scred. They don't. Okay, so we get back our Songs. Cast the Songs. Deadly Dispute the land. We get to play... We have found a Cabal Ritual, so now it's just easy peasy, hopefully. Cabal Ritual. Reaping. Get back everything except the landcyclers. So Street Wraith. Let's just scoop it up. Alright, they didn't want to make me go for it, and I appreciate that. The Tilt Scoop, let's go. Round 3 versus Whackin'. You think they're going to bushback us? We're going to mulligan a no-lander. We got 2 lands, So Scob is kind of a not great card in the opener, but we could maybe choose Scob over Petal. Petal allows us to have Storm Count for Reaping, but Scob, I have extra Scobs in the deck. I'm going to keep and put the Scob on the bottom. And then turn 1 Sulphurous Mire. So this is the problem with the tap land. You saw in the last game that we had it in hand, couldn't play it, but we also couldn't dispute the regular basic anyway. Swamp Mountain. They play a Vault of Whispers. Could it be the Mirror? No, it's Affinity or Gardens. So we get to play Great Furnace and pass. With the Gardens deck, I found that you have to really watch out for their Bojuka Bogs. So it's Affinity. We have to watch out for the Nile Spellbombs then. Beating a Nile Spellbomb in game 1 is going to be annoying. Okay, cycle. Cycle again. Oops. Cycle this. Found a troll. You can cycle the troll. Grab a swamp. Lay out the Vault of Whispers. Pass the turn. We can beat the Spellbomb if we have double Reaping, I guess. Play land. But Affinity is also a fast deck. Well, relatively fast. Can we do it? Mirrored Forcer. Okay, so that's quite a clock. Wings for 2. They could have a Metallic Rebuke as well. Let's see if they tap off the blue. Seems like they're going to. Play a Thoughtcast. So they're giving us an opening here. They don't think we can do it. Cycle. This is 2 mana to draw 2 cards. Cycle again. We could play the Blood Celebrant to block the Enforcer. Find a Songs. Land. Play the Blood Celebrant. We're passing the turn. Just want to make them do stuff. And hopefully whiff on their Nile Spellbomb. Sacrifice, Implement of Malice. Target player discards a card. Okay. Well, I guess we're going to discard the Swamp. They don't have a black right now. No attacks. Weird. Smells like a counter to me. Find a Reaping. I guess it's time. Petal. Deadly Dispute the land. Cycle. Play Songs. 1, 2, 3 mana. Deadly Dispute the other land. Wall Ritual. This is where having the well, they might have a removal spell for the guy anyway. What guy am I talking about? The Repository Scob. Now we're gonna maybe get got by a Metallic Rebuke. Alright. Return some creatures. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm not returning the troll this time. Cycle. Dark Ritual. Draw. Cycle again. What's gonna happen? Healer. We're chugging through our deck at least. Okay, do I play the songs right now? We have 8 in the graveyard. Just trying to play around a Metallic Rebuke right now. We have 6 mana, so this goes to 5 mana. We have to do it at 4 mana. Cycle this. Grab a swamp. Cast songs. Okay. Cycle. Recycler with the Street Wraith. We could also have 8 damage worth of burn spells. Cycle again. Petal. Don't think it's worth playing the healer. Just cycle it. We're halfway through the deck now. Mantisaur. Cycle, 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 cycle. Street Wraith. We're trying to get as many Street Wraiths as possible, I guess, right now. Petal. Cast Reap in the Graves again. So we have 1 songs, 2 songs, so 2 songs left in the deck. Let's get our creatures back. back the street wraiths first, then the rest of the cards. Alright, draw. Looking for another songs. Or, I guess a dark ritual will be fine. Cycling. Can't, okay, there's the songs. Cycle. Right now our songs makes 13 mana. And they can double bolt us to kill us. So we can't use the street wraith yet. So let's just put the troll in the graveyard. Doesn't really matter, it's mana neutral, right? But eventually the songs. Alright, let's just go songs right now. Then go F6. We're just going to return everything. So we have enough mana to cycle everything right now. And we want to be able to use our healer. That's the healer. Cycle. We go to 11. Now we can use the street wraith. And there's a stinger. So let's play that out and see if they will start doing stuff. It might be too early. People, if you're a well-versed Cycle Storm player, maybe it's too early to play out the stinger, but we're just going to ping and heal and ping and heal. We have 9 mana left. Cycle. We actually have more than 9 mana because we have the 3 treasures and whatnot here. Draw. Play another Cabal Ritual. Cycle. We might be able to ping him out if we draw another stinger. I don't know what they're sitting on. I think that something like Dehadasploy would be good in this matchup. So now we can teachings for songs or for the reaping. You might want to teachings for the songs. There's the reaping. Cycle. So to teachings for the songs, okay. Find another ritual. We're doing it. They only have the 1 blue mana, so don't expect, they can't cast Counterspell. I'm just thinking they will probably have a Metallic Rebuke in hand. Come on, opponent. We're ready. I'm doing my thing. I'm taking my actions. Alright, they're sitting on a Dark Ritual. Just cycling more. See if we draw it. We have 1, 2, 3. There's only 1 songs left in the deck. Okay, there's a Scob. So if I Scob right now and they kill it, then that's not good for me. Let's cycle. Probably better to teachings for the songs than to Scob for the songs. Deadly Dispute is a 1 mana draw 2. Play out Petal. Now I'm going to teachings for the songs. Still playing around the Metallic Rebuke. Songs. Cast the songs. 15. Alright. Easy game now. Cast this. Cast the Scob. They could kill the Scob if they want. I don't think it, but they're not going to. Okay. So they just don't know what's, I don't know what's in their hand. So I can just get the troll into the graveyard, mana neutrally, and gives me some pings and stuff. And then that will fizzle. No, and then go songs. Cast Reaping. Get the Scob back. And then get every other creature back. So just go down the list. Get the Street Wraith first. Street Wraith. And then all the other things. Or go straight down the line. And then get back the 2 trolls. Oops, I forgot about this troll. Alright. Just cycle away. Cycle. Take 2. Just cycling with everything on the stack. It's probably not required, but it keeps my hand easier to manage. Alright, now we have another stinger, so I'm just going to F6. Pass. Return everything. So you can F6 to resolve all the copies on the stack without having done anything. So you don't have to click through them. It saves a lot of time. And then after you're done, you turn off the yield through this turn, and then you're allowed to play our things. So they're clicking through all the reapings triggers. We scoop it up. We win. Yeah. So they don't have any way to do infinite life. They probably don't have weather storms, what I mean. So I'm going to get rid of the Scob, bring in the 4 ingot chewers, and then I like the idea of cutting the Cabal rituals. And I'm afraid of not playing the Celebrant, so I don't think I want to do that. And I'm going to cut the 2 monstrous Carabids. So this still gives me a lot of cyclers. And we have the Ingot Chewers for Relic and the Nile Spellbomb. We could also blow up their land if they play an untapped land on turn 1 or something. I have the Ingot Chewer in hand, okay. We're missing a black source, but I think it's good. Keep. They go land, Blood Fountain. Okay, pass the turn. So do I blow up their land? Just to be mean? I don't think I blow up their land this turn. We probably want to save the Ingot Chewer, because we know they're playing Spell Bombs. We want to save it for the time when we can go after the Ingot Chewer and then make them do stuff in response. Alright. You'll until next end step. They deadly disputed their blood token. Now they have 3 mana plus the Blood Fountain. So I'm not going to be doing anything about their Metallic Rebukes and stuff. I'll just try to play around it. They play another Blood Fountain. 5 mana. So this makes me think that they might have a Enforcer they're trying to play. Cycle for land. Final land. I think I'm just going to Ingot Chewer and blow up their black source. Pass the turn. I think at this point, keeping them off mana makes sense, since it looked like they're trying to play an Enforcer. And that makes it so that they can't Deadly Dispute. Play land. And star, so cycle. Find a Dark Ritual, still no black mana. Troll would give me black mana. Cycle again. Cycle again. Problems. Alright. Froggy. And then Enforcer, Enforcer, Enforcer. We're going to Deadly Dispute the star. We're at 45 cards, so we probably will be able to find a song soon. That treasure token represents potential for a counterspell. Trying to find a land. Still trying to find a land. We whiffed. Guess I'm going to discard a Deadly Dispute. They use their treasure token to use the blood. That's interesting. Okay, get rid of the Deadly Dispute. Pass the turn. Come on, black land. We need a troll or a black land. We're pretty dead to Nile Spellbomb this game now. Reckoner's Bargain. So this could be a negate or a counterspell. They're going to hit me for 2 again. Or for the first time, I guess. So we use the Street Wraith. Enforcer. No quad Enforcer. Thoughtcast, okay. Still Metallic Rebuke is available. There's black land. Cycle. Middle. Attempt to Dark Ritual. Spell. Alright. Going to Deadly Dispute the red land in case I draw songs. There's the songs. Sick! So, songs. Then we can Deadly Dispute again. Dark Ritual. Cycle. Trying to find more free cyclers with the Street Wraiths. Put this back. We need more songs though. We get back Street Wraith, and then a bunch of stuff. Healer. Just a bunch of cyclers. Okay, let's go. Cycle. 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 Deadly Dispute. Free cycle. Free cycle. Ploy is good. So we could play the Ploy right now. And that would leave me with 2 mana, which I can then Deadly Dispute my land. Cast a Ploy. 2 cards. Discard this. Okay. Dark Ritual. Gain some life. Cycle. We're looking for another songs. Cycle again. Deadly Dispute the land. Didn't find it. Okay. Pass the turn. Draw some cards. I guess I'm going to Ingot Chewer. Evoke this. Kill your Mirror Enforcer, pass the turn. Then we'll discard Celebrant. And then Reaping and some Cyclers. That was unlucky. We can get back the Mirror Enforcer with the Blood Fountain now, and then just replay it. Cast. Rest for the Reaping. So that's our 3rd Reaping. 1, 2, 3. This is our last Reap in the Graves. Plays another Thoughtcast. So if we rip, darn, double Duress. Interesting that they're on Duress as their plan. We don't have the Blood Celebrant now. We used a bunch of, let's see how many petals we used. 1. It's 1 petal. I think we're gonna lose. Cycle. Still all our basics and stuff. Opponent's gonna get back the Mirror Enforcer, play the Mirror Enforcer. So we're pressured to win this turn. I don't think we can. We could Ingot Chewer the Mirror Enforcer and then only on 6 damage. So we'll have a little bit more opportunity. Or we just try to rip a songs right now. I think the Ploy was the problem. Concede. I think I shouldn't have played the Ploy. We'll find out. You can tell me. Let's get rid of this Jihad's Ploy. And then play more Cyclers. Do I just want to cut the Blood Celebrant too? Okay. Alright, we're going to try to win without Blood Celebrant or Ploy. We have the Troll. We have Songs. I'm keeping. They mulligan to 6. So we probably want to Troll for our red land, play the red land, and then start cycling from there because the red land can cast the Ingot Chewer. Alright, we're going to yield until next end step. They play a land. If they duress us, they can take the songs. They did not duress. Play a Blood Fountain. So I'm going to Swamp Cycle for my duel. Draw. Draw a card. Play the Sulphurous Mire, pass the turn. We're going to yield until the next end step, and we're going to plan on cycling the Horror. What do you got? Frogmite. Okay. They duress us and take the songs, probably. They discarded a Galvanic Blast to the Blood token while I was trying to resize my window. Takes the songs. Sad news for us. But if we find a Scob, it'd be good. Let's cycle this. Cycle this. We're looking for a land. There's the Scob. Okay. That's the turn. So Scob can get songs. I might want to Scob for songs right now. That's the turn. They get in for 2. Do they have the land? Play a land. 3 cards in hand. Plays Implement of Malice. We get to discard a card, huh? I guess I'll discard the Ingot Chewer. That's this Lotus Petal. Let's Deadly Dispute it. Oh, we could maybe win next turn. No. Another Lotus Petal. Let's pass again. I don't know why they're playing Implement of Malice. It seems bad. I'm gonna pass. They played a Seed of the Synod and a Chromatic Star. 2 cards in hand. We know they're playing Duress and Dispel. Cracks for black. They have another duress. So they cannot kill my Scob while it's in play now. They're gonna use their mana. Tap off the blue. No, they Deadly Dispute. There's another Froggy. 3 cards in hand. It's in for 2. We could just play a horror. We found a songs. Let's Dark Ritual. Cycle this. Find a Teachings. Cycle. Cast Petal. Songs. Eat the Petal. And a Reaping. So now we can Scob. I'm gonna try to Scob. Will they allow it? They're gonna kill the Scob. Okay, let's dispute our Scob. So we cannot Teachings for the songs now. So I think I have to just cycle and play land. Pass the turn. They have 3 cards in hand. Doesn't seem like they have a Dispel. They play a star. They're gonna crack it. For black. Okay. Maybe I should have cast the Reaping on the last turn after fizzling. That probably would have been what I should have. That probably would have been a good idea. I don't know why I wasn't thinking about that. Tell me if I did that wrong. Star. So 1, 2, 3, 4 into songs, into Deadly Dispute. Cracks for black. Do they have a duress? No. So we're gonna go to 12 off these 2 froggies. Cycle of Antisaur. We lost 2 songs already, but we can scob back the songs after coming back, so we can still, I think, afford the Teachings for the songs. Find a Street Wraith. We go to 10. Okay, draw. Dark Ritual. So Teachings is 4 mana, 5 mana, so we can afford to cycle 1 time first. Dark Ritual. Teachings. Grab the Songs of the Damned. We can Deadly Dispute the treasure token. Well, maybe it's better to Deadly Dispute later, but we want the Deadly Dispute so that we can get our mana, right? Deadly Dispute that, but then we have to cycle. So let's cast Songs. Now I'm going to Deadly Dispute the treasure token. Trying to build up a storm count. Cycle. Cycle. Cycle the Street Wraith. Play this. Okay, Reaping the Graves, get back Scob. Get back Street Wraith. Street Wraith. Are there any more Street Wraiths in there? No. So we need to get back. We need to use our mana wisely, right? We need the Scob, blue for the Scob. So just a couple of random cyclers. Cycle, cycle, cycle. I took out the Blood Celebrant, worth noting. Cycle this. Healer. Cycle this. We're at 4. We have a red mana, blue mana. I accidentally got back an Ingot Chewer. That was not smart. That's bad news. Blue, Scob. Sacrifice this. Get back the songs. Cycle. Cycle again. Cycle again. Feel like I have to save this red mana in play. 15. Songs. Teachings. With the Reaping. Oops, I could have cycled this first. Cycle. Not sure what to do here. Can't really use the Street Wraiths. I'm gonna have to cast the Stinger at some point. Let's cycle, I guess. Cycle. Cycle. I think I'm gonna run out of mana and lose. Okay, that doesn't do anything. Reaping, get back, Scob. We're gonna run out of mana. Oh god, I've done a terrible job here. Doot, 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 doot. I apparently cannot play the game without the Blood Celebrant. Cycle again. Lotus Petal. So bring everything back. We can actually kill their Frogmite. Then they'll put us to 2. We can kill the Frogmite and play. Okay, go white. Cast this. Kill the Frogmite. Destroy that. I'm gonna discard these 2. Another of this. And then I want the Scob eventually. Guess I'm gonna discard this land. And then I'm gonna just discard, maybe not the land. Discard these Vantasaurs. Because I can play out the horror and then threaten. I can't afford to block this turn, but I can Ingot Chewer their Frogmite and then swing. Oh, I can just cast the Ingot Chewer. Also good. Okay, the rest for no value. That's good for me. Plays a Nile Spellbomb. Alright, that's pretty frustrating. They're gonna have to use it, I guess. To get in for 2. Okay. So I'm going to Ingot Chewer the Spellbomb, they use it. And then I Dark Ritual the Horror of Broken Lands out. Evoke this. We basically have nothing left going on. Put the Evoke on the bottom. Kill your Spellbomb. So they have to crack it. Okay. What a weird game. Okay. Dark Ritual. Play this Horror. That's the turn. Attack you. This has been very strange. I think I messed up somewhere pretty badly. So I'd appreciate the cyclers to tell me how I screwed up really bad. The Reckoner's Bargain, their blood token. We have a 4/4 blocker. Plays Unknown Shores. This is a very strange build. Mirror Enforcer comes down. 5 minutes left on clock. 14 cards in the library. Scob. Are all my songs gone? Let's see. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 2 Reapings, 3 Scobs. Are going to attack. Are all my... Okay, let's cycle this. Take some damage, my opponent. This cost 5 mana. Cycle this. This one. Taking 10. Now we can Ingot Chewer their Mirror Enforcer. That's good. Alright. Evoke. Now they have the Metallic Rebuke. Alright. Stinks. Pass. So they have to swing out with both, right? Plays a land. They could now get back their Frogmite with the Blood Fountain. They're just attacking with the Mirror Enforcer. Okay, they're attacking with both. We can block the Mirror Enforcer. What are you gonna do? If we find Reaping the Graves, we can go Petal. Let's cycle. Attack. No blocks? I guess if they don't block, they win, huh? If I don't have the cycler. But if I do have the cycler, they're dead. Whatever. I guess we just lose. Oh well. I threw. You should block. You should block because if you don't block, you lose. You could lose. That timely Nile Spellbomb. It'd be really funny if they timed out while they're trying to decide to block or not. So they decided to block. Play this petal. Pass the scout. No exploits. Pass the turn. There's potentially a world where we win, but I don't really know what it is. I think it's going to be more of a timeout thing. Their opponent's taking their sweet, sweet time. Pass the Street Wraith. Pass the turn. Pretend like I have something in hand. They can get back their Frogmite now. I have another Mirror Enforcer. We go for the double block. Decide to take out the Street Wraith. Okay, then they can get back their Wraith and the Froggy. I'm gonna cycle the Stinger. Pass the turn. See what they do. Well, maybe I should just cast another Street Wraith. Maybe I should have attacked. I don't know. Let's pass, I guess. Okay, they get back their stuff. Block. We go to 1. I think this would have been easier if I had the Celebrant. I was just like so concentrating on mana that I got really confused. And then they had the Dispel. There's the Reaping. So I can land 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Cast the Street Wraith. And then die. That's fine. We'll go to the next one. Round 4, we're keeping. We have cyclers and lands and songs. We're up against Affinity again. We play our tap land, pass the turn. So we're hoping for no early spell bomb. They play a Wellspring and pass. Play Vault, pass the turn. And they play a land. Cycle. And pass the turn. We have 2 more cyclers. So we're looking for a Reaping. We have double songs. And Dark Ritual, Cabal Ritual, and Petal. So we have a lot of mana. We just need card draw. They're going to play Makeshift Munitions. Alright. Cycle 1. Okay, Scob. That gives me a songs. And cycle again. So now we've drawn 15 cards. So now we can probably win here. 5, 6. Deadly Dispute. The land. Dark Ritual. All Ritual. Play Lotus Petal. Play Songs of the Damned. Blue. Just go ahead and scob the songs. And then that mana, scob the songs. And then we just Teachings for Reaping. Teachings. They'd have to have a Dispel, but I don't think they have it. Reap in the Graves, get the Scob. And then get the rest of our stuff. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we can cycle a couple of times before we play the songs again. Then our other Scob, well, we don't have blue mana. We're doing it though. We're doing the thing. Cycle 1. Blood Celebrant, and we should make things easier. Cycle. Cast the songs. Draw. Cycle. Now we're just going to fill up our graveyard. Another songs. Oy vey. We got all of them. Cycle it and cycle it and cycle it. Okay, songs. Another Reaping. Cycle. Deadly Disputes. So we get the Scob back. Okay. Play Blood Celebrant. Go blue. Cast the Scob. Sacrifice it. Get back the songs. Play Petal. Play songs. Deadly Dispute the Petal. Cycle some more. All Ritual. How many disputes have we played? A couple. I think I'm going to wait for an artifact land before playing this out. So now we can blue. I guess I'm just going to scob for the songs again. Songs of the Damned. Cast that. Or let's just cast Reaping first. We have everything. We're just Reaping. Okay. Get back our Street Wraith. And that's it, right? So now we just put the healer on the bottom. Do. And the healer. Oops, forgot about the scob. Because we're gonna just play out the healer this turn. Probably. Then when I go to 1 life. Draw. Cycling. We can afford to take 1 more draw before we songs, I guess. Maybe not. They're just gonna skip it up. Cool. Cool. Much obliged. Alright. The plan is now. Bring in 4 ingot chewers. Cut 1 scob, 2 cabal rituals, and 1 caravid. Submit. And that is going to allow us to have answers to their spell bomb, while also having our colored sources and the scobs. Scobs are OP. Scob OP. Okay, we have Troll for a swamp. Let's keep. Way too many reapings. Maybe this is a bad hand. Alright, they could also have Gorilla Shaman. Though I doubt they brought that in. That's the turn. I think I'm just going to troll for the tap land. The Blood Fountain. Okay. This person is 2020 Limited Showcase. Nice. I am 2019 Pauper Championship. Draw. Fine. Pass the turn. The Street Wraiths are a most important thing for actually going off because they cost 0 mana. Let's go until the next end step. Blood Fountain. Holding up a counterspell. Plays Mirror Enforcer. Taps out, huh? Red. They're gonna bolt me? Or blast me? Gal Blast, okay, so let's just cycle. Cycle. Pass the turn. Cycle the Stinger. Cycle. Land. I guess we could go for a value reapings. 1, 2. Get back to these things. Let's just pass. Well, I think I have to do it. It's like pedal, black. Reap in the Graves. Get back Horror. Street Wraith, Stinger. Maybe I should have gotten back both Street Wraiths. I was kind of afraid of dying to a Gal Blast here. They have a Wellspring. So I think my keep was bad. With too many Reapings, not enough Cyclers. Now they have a Counterspell. Cycle. Dark Ritual. Okay. Cycle this. On the Scob. Cycle this one. That doesn't help though. Let's just evoke the Ingot Chewer. I could keep forgetting to hard cast the Ingot Chewer. Kill your Mirror Enforcer. Mirror Enforcer down. And I can go Pedal and Rebang. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's actually get back the Troll. Roll, Stinger, and that guy. That way on our upkeep we can cycle for the swamp. Let's hard cast an Ingot Chewer, huh? That'd be funny. Ingot Chewer beat down. This deck is hard. We had a fast game 1, both games against Affinity. And then we're just struggling. Struggling. Discards an Angler. Play a Kenku. So it's going to kill me, and I could be dead this turn. Alright, pass. Will they reanimate their bridge? They do. They're gonna swing out. Okay. That means we are nigh dead. Leyland. Cycle. Cycle. Cycle again. Fortunately, we cycled into the land that I could have cycled for. Cycle. Concede. Sometimes it just falls apart. Alright, let's try again. We're going to play first. We're going to try to use our Pauper aficionado-ness. We have no lands. Mulligan. Once again, no lands, but we have Petal into Dark Ritual into Cycle, Cycle, Cycle. No keeping. Keep. In fact, the Stinger. Petal. Dark Ritual. Cycle. 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 Damn it. Okay. Sorry. 1, 2, 3. So we need a mana source now. That was pretty disappointing and hilarious at the same time. I wonder what the odds of that happening were. Your turn. Play a Blood Fountain. We draw a Deadly Dispute. Your turn again. I need a basic. I need a land. Any land. They're gonna play a star. Frogmite. They're on 1 land, and I'm on no lands. We draw a Horror of the Broken Lands. So likely we'll just discard this Deadly Dispute here. And I'll Spellbomb. Okay. This is going quite poorly. Discard the Deadly Dispute. 1, 2, 3. So they could crack the Spellbomb to draw a card. Wow, if we hadn't taken like the most risky possible hand, we might have been able to win. We have double songs. We find the land. Cycle. Let's grab the swamp. Pass the turn. Can we beat the Spellbomb now? Maybe. Reinforcer. Play a land. So I think I'm going to cycle first. I probably shouldn't have played the land then. I assume they're going to have counters. So what happens if I place, let's just cycle. 5 in the graveyard. Okay. Got to go for it next turn. All right. On to match 5. Bye-bye. So we're now here in round 5 versus Mr. Asiago, which is someone who is apparently trying to cheese us out. Island. Fairy Seer. That sucks. I don't really want to play against fairies. But maybe we could cheese them out in response. We have a Street Wraith. We have a lot going on. We just need cyclers. We can draw cards with the Deadly Dispute. Land. Pass the turn. We have too many combo pieces and not enough setup pieces. We're going to get in. Turn 2 Ninja. Man. I was having a lot of fun playing this, and then I think I'm just getting hammered right now. Okay. Plays the Fairy Seer. So if we cycle into 3 cyclers in a row, we can Deadly Dispute those cyclers, or Dark Ritual into Cycle Cycle, Songs of the Damned, win the game maybe. On turn 2. But it would require running pretty hot right now. We don't want to let them untap, if possible. They're considering their scry for minutes and minutes. And then they go top eventually. Cool. We need a cycler off the top. Blood Celebrant will not do it. Draw. Dark Ritual. Cycle the healer. Play a land. So we could Blood Celebrant and then discard or Deadly Dispute the Celebrant. That puts 3 in the graveyard. Find a Horror. So now we can pass. Let's see what they do. They're likely just going to jam, hit us for 3, and then hold up Spell Starter Sprite. Most evil Spell Starter Sprites always coming at us. Let's cycle, because I want to use my mana now. So the option is to try to... I'm going to cycle this and then grab the tap land, play that, and pass. Then hope that they tap down to just being able to get one spell stutter. If they have double spell stutter, I just probably die. They cast their spell stutter sprite. So they're likely going to ninja the stutter and then hold it spell stutter. Get in for 4 million, basically. We are at 9. They discard an island, play an island. That means they have counterspell plus spell stutter sprite. We're going to go Songs of the Damned. Spell stutter sprite. But I had no idea that you had that in hand. I'm very surprised. Here comes the counterspell, and then we click the concede button. They're considering it, thinking it through. I don't really understand what they're thinking about, but they are thinking. We can try to get this horror into play. Let's play our big creatures. They counterspell. Dude, what exactly? Okay, you got me. Hard choices, really hard choices. All right, let's cut these cards and this. Bring in all these. Cut 1 carded. Submit. Oops, I submitted 61. Oh no. Okay, we have the pyro. Keep. I think I want to. I still need to just cycle for lands. We're gonna go to end step. We play a relic. What a jerk. Alright, I'm gonna pass. But I didn't consider they were just gonna bring in 50 relics. Why does a deck that has oh man, I might have to just scoop it up. I think that a deck that has tons of spell stutter sprites probably doesn't need to relic me out. I'm gonna relic the pyro. So the best draw here would be a land so I can play the stinger. Not find a land. Alright, I'm just gonna scoop. I suck at this game. Or this deck. I don't think that we're gonna be beating all their interaction when I'm stuck on lands. Alright, let's concede. That's tough. Deck is hard. We ended up winning here. Hard losses here. Pretty easy loss to mono blue and mono red, which I feel is not very good overall. Now, if we go back to the deck list, I open up a copy. Cook was recommending going like this, adding 2 of these, and then some Barrenmoors. So we add 4 more Barrenmoors here, and then trim on get rid of these trolls. This gives you more consistency with land drops, allows you to have things to Deadly Dispute. I just wanted to play the troll because it was new and fun, but it didn't work out. I still think this deck is sweet, and I think Deadly Dispute gives you some extra opportunities to do some cool stuff. So, thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next one, and hopefully Pauper will get a little bit more fun. See you there.